Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the bombshell news that Marcus Leto, who was one of the game directors for Battlefield, he was working at Ridgeline Games under EA, working on the single-player aspect of the next Battlefield game. Yeah, guess what? Marcus Leto left. And by the time this video comes out, that particular tidbit of news is old news, right? But I specifically waited for commentary, whether from EA or from Marcus Leto himself, on why he specifically left or maybe he was cut. And that exact thing happened. Marcus Leto today actually commented on why he left EA. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you missed yesterday's video, I covered the fact that Tom Henderson made an article claiming the next Battlefield is working on a free-to-play Battle Royale. So if you have not watched that video, maybe pause this one and go check that one out, or you can watch that after this video. Both are huge pieces of Battlefield news. Now then, Marcus Leto, he actually did comment on why he left, and I'm just going to straight up read this to you guys. Quote, "Yes, I left EA on my own accord. This was a very tough decision for me to make. I want to thank the Battlefield community for allowing me to listen to you while I was able. Your feedback will help make Battlefield stronger. I wish the teams at EA all the best moving forward." End quote. And then he goes on to comment this under the original tweet. Quote, "In the meantime, I will be taking time away from games to see what, if anything, I want to do next." End quote. Wow. So initially the speculation for Marcus Leto leaving was maybe EA canceled the single player, or maybe he just got promoted. I saw some people coping on Reddit saying, oh, he's going to get promoted to a higher position. But then a few days later, he posted that he left EA on his Facebook, and now he comments that he actually left EA on his own accord, which is potentially the worst thing possible. And the reason why I say it's potentially the worst thing possible is he must have seen some shit at EA. Like, this relationship between Marcus Leto and EA must have not been going how he wanted it to go. Because you have to remember, this is the co-creator of Halo. This guy is an accomplished person in the game design realm, okay? Marcus Leto kind of knows what the hell he's doing. And for him to leave EA in the middle of a massive AAA production like Battlefield is undergoing right now, that is unbelievably terrible news. Now, obviously, we don't have any further details on the specifics of why Marcus Leto left EA. He gave us this sort of vague statement, but let's dive a little deeper into it. I personally think this statement here is very interesting, where he says, "I will be taking time away from games to see what, if anything, I want to do next." So Marcus Leto is essentially saying here, this could basically be his retirement. Like, potentially retirement level shit here for Marcus Leto. What happened in EA to make him actually think this at this point? Maybe it's like a personal thing. Obviously, this is all speculation, but to go from working on Battlefield to being in that position, you know, making the next Battlefield title a single-player campaign and having that sort of weight put on your shoulders, to then tweeting, you know, today that maybe you won't do anything else in the video game space, that is crazy. So allow me to speculate here. I think Marcus Leto definitely took the job very seriously at Ridgeline designing the next Battlefield's campaign, and he gave it his best shot. But I honestly think Marcus Leto came in and tried to work with EA, and then saw all the shit that was going on, and just said, you know, screw this, I'm out of here, dude. Like, I'm out of here. This is too much for me. There's too much BS going on. And if I had to guess, EA is probably not the best partner to work with on something like this. So to be completely honest with you, while this is definitely a bombshell piece of news and it is surprising, at the same time, it's also not surprising to hear. And unfortunately, we will never know how much of an impact Marcus Leto leaving in the middle of game development will actually have on the game itself. Now, there's an ongoing debate on whether or not Battlefield even needs a campaign. I'm one of those people that thinks that having a campaign in a multiplayer shooter is sort of an outdated concept. You know, when I was growing up playing Halo 3 and all the Call of Duties, you know, that was the way games were made. There was a campaign, you'd play it once, maybe twice, get some achievements, and then you'd play the multiplayer. Nowadays, gaming is completely different, and especially when you're talking about Battlefield, people don't play Battlefield for a campaign. So the fact that Marcus Leto left is honestly not the absolute worst thing on paper, but I'm still very concerned what sort of precedent this sets for this Battlefield game. If he left because maybe it was going so poorly internally and he just was done with it, that's not good news. The overall commentary on this on Twitter and Reddit and all that stuff, it kind of sounded the alarm for a lot of people already for the next Battlefield game. And that is very concerning because the next Battlefield game hasn't even been teased yet and people are already freaking out. Me personally, this is definitely very concerning. However, I'm just going to sit here and just take in the information as it comes, and I'm going to sort of filter through things and figure it out as I get to it, right? That's the mindset I'm taking into this. However, I am concerned about the precedent this sets for the next Battlefield game, because what if more people leave? What does this mean for the continued development of the single-player campaign on the next Battlefield game? I don't really see a job opening for Ridgeline Games. Danny on PC recently tweeted that there are 11 job openings at DICE and 0 at Ridgeline even after Marcus Leto left. So what does that mean? Or does that mean that EA is going to cut the single-player campaign? Does that mean that someone else has already been put in charge to take Marcus Leto's position? We have no idea. And let's not forget, when Marcus Leto was first brought on to work on Battlefield, this was, I think, over a year ago at this point, maybe even 2 years at this point, people were very excited because people knew who Marcus Leto was. He's, of course, the creator of Halo, okay? That's a big deal. You got the creator of fucking Halo working on your campaign. Those are pretty good hands, in my opinion, to have on a campaign, considering Halo's campaign was so legendary. And then just a few years later, maybe about a year and a half or so, he then tweets that he left EA literally just because he wanted to leave EA. Guys, this is not good. And then, of course, in yesterday's video, more potentially concerning news when Tom Henderson made an article about the next Battlefield game potentially having a free-to-play BR. So we have Marcus Leto leaving, we have a free-to-play BR potentially being added to the next Battlefield game. That is cause for concern because what if they mess that up? What if it detracts from the multiplayer experience of the next Battlefield? You know, all these separate little things you could talk about. So the next Battlefield is already shaping up to be very, very interesting. I am very concerned, as all of you should be, but at the same time, I'm kind of just along for the ride at this point. I'm not going to be as invested as I was in, let's say, Battlefield 2042 or Battlefield 5. At this point, this is just kind of entertainment for me, ladies and gentlemen. I can't help but just sit back and sort of just want to watch the fire. My entire mindset about Battlefield for a long time now has been, you know, hope for the best and expect the worst and just don't really get affected by anything that really happens. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, this is a very interesting time to be a Battlefield player. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, follow my Twitch stream. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders, and I, of course, will be playing the next Battlefield game every day as well. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
200 meters. Find the hostile. Enemy soldier marked. 200 meters. Tango spotted. Marking the hostile. My mark. 200 meters away. Tango spotted. Enemy soldier marked.